Hello and welcome to the Alaska Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A couple of quick notes before we get started. You can feel free to ask your questions to any of our panelists at any point throughout the presentation by using the Q&A button on your screen. They'll be standing by to answer your questions. We'll also have a few minutes of time for Q&A at the very end. And just so you know, your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions. There's one more hour of the fair happening after this session, so you can sign up at strivescan.com/Alaska. This session will be recorded, and you can find this recording and all of the session recordings available at that same website, strivescan.com/Alaska, within about a week. So this is our agenda for this session. We're first going to hear from the Alaska Commission on Postsecondary Education, the University of Alaska Education Programs, the Cook Inlet Tribal Council, Alaska's People Department, the Alaska Works Partnership, Construction Education and Training, and then finally, the University of Alaska Fairbanks Rural Alaska Honors Institute. So we're going to turn it over to our first group. Tyler, feel free to take it away.
Alrighty, welcome. So my name is Tyler Egan, and I'm a college and career specialist with the Alaska Commission on Postsecondary Education Success Center. We are based here in Anchorage. However, we do serve the entire state as well as visitors to our state who are studying here. So to go ahead and get started, just a couple of our services that are very, the top ones that we work with. We do a lot of FAFSA completions. The FAFSA is a huge process, so we do assist with that. Scholarship searches, career enrollment, and other research and training. We do work with other options outside of college, but for primary of this focus, I will be focusing on college enrollment, as well as the financial aid that comes with studying in higher education. So real quick, what is financial aid? There will be 4 main sources of aid that you will be looking forward to when you go to pay for your schooling. The first 2 would be scholarships and grants, and that's money that you don't have to take back. Ultimately, if you do need to take out a loan, it's important to understand that you will have to pay it back. And there's nothing to be afraid about loans as long as you know what you're going into, but we do want to make sure that you are reading all the fine print about that so you don't find yourself in trouble after you complete your education. What is the FAFSA? Again, we assist everyone with this. This is the free application for federal student aid. It is definitely the first step, and for the class of 21, this opened up for you October 1st for next school years of 21-22. Every school will use it to determine what your package is. And so if you have not already completed that, I have some information at the end on how to get in touch with us to help you complete this. But again, it is used for everything. It is the application for the Alaska Performance Scholarship and the Alaska Education Grant. The Alaska Performance Scholarship is different than that of the UA Scholars, where it's the 10%. This is through the state of Alaska, so it's very different. Additionally, there's a lot of scholarships out there that might require you to complete your FAFSA. And regardless if you get any type of Pell Grant or education grant, they still want to see that you've completed it. So it is worth your time and effort to go ahead and get this knocked out. You'll have to create what's called your FSA ID. It's your Federal Student Aid ID. This is prior to you actually starting your FAFSA process. And about 90% of students will need to provide parent information. So their parents will also need to create one of these as well. And this is linked to your social security number and your birthday. So this will stay with you for life. So they're, it is permanent. We tell people, write it down in multiple spots of what your email is, what your username is. Because if you ever have to get back in there, it's best to have some of these things already written down, because you will need to file your FAFSA every year you plan on going to school. Just some housekeeping things regarding the performance scholarship. There are some requirements of at least having a 2.5 GPA and earning scores with the SAT or ACT, as well as meeting curriculum requirements. But again, the application is the FAFSA. Real quick, this is what the award packages look like for levels 1, 2, and 3. And this is a 4-year scholarship and a 6-year window. So even if you are qualifying for that level 3 award of $23.78, if you times that by 4 years of schooling, you're getting close to $10,000 of money you don't have to pay back. So make sure you're getting your GPAs up, passing your SAT and ACT to the scores that you need here. Additionally, there is a math and science as well as social studies and language curriculum requirement. You just need to meet one of these two requirements, and it doesn't mean that you're going to use your college education to springboard into math and science. You could do math and science curriculum requirement for APS and then go into like English, for example. This is going to vary from district to district, so we do ask that you contact your counselor to make sure that you're meeting all the appropriate testing GPA as well as curriculum requirements for the APS. Real quick, there are a couple different resources that are available for you to reach out to us. One is our website, acpe.alaska.gov. We'll have the checklist there and some FAQs on what's going on. We have the ACPE Success Center email where it's myself and one other coworker. We monitor that every day. We get back to people. If someone wants to set up an appointment, we do that. We can answer over the phone. We do have our FAFSA FAFSA Wednesdays on our Facebook page that happens every week. And then lastly, we do a bunch of different events with different schools. Typically your counselor can reach out to us, but anyone really can, where we can go over a greater in-depth funding your future presentation to go over kind of the nuts and bolts of what I kind of just talked about, helping you with your FSAID and getting that solved, as well as completing your FAFSA. So be on the lookout for a lot of the emails that are going to come from your counselor in the coming weeks. That'll have the most information. I, as well as all the other panelists here today, will be around during the chat. So if you do have questions that come up in the next 40 minutes, definitely reach out to us there. And I'm trying to stay within my time here, so I'm going to turn it back over and let the next presenter go.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Tyler. Next up, we have the University of Alaska Education Programs. Take it away, David.
All right. Hey everybody, my name is David Song, and I'm here to talk to you more about the education programs that we have here in the University of Alaska system. So for those who are going into undergrad or are looking to transfer into a bachelor's program in education, there are two campuses in the UA system that offer pathways to that initial certification. University of Alaska Southeast in Juneau and University of Alaska Fairbanks in Fairbanks. I also wanted to mention the University of Alaska Anchorage. It does offer education programs that are advanced, but they do not offer those initial teacher prep programs. However, if you are a University of Alaska Anchorage student, you can take the Associates in Early Childhood Education and then transfer into UAS or UAF after 2 years to get your BA in elementary ed. So moving on to the University of Alaska Southeast, UAS is my home campus, and it's located right on Auk Lake in Juneau. So it's a very intimate location with lots of natural beauty and has a tight-knit community. It's in the capital of Alaska, so if you're a budding politico, it's a great place to be to stay up to date with the legislature. UAS is special in that it offers the PETAS Scholarship, which stands for Preparing Indigenous Teachers and Administrators for Alaska Schools. And this scholarship is a great opportunity for Alaska Native students who are pursuing education degrees. It not only funds tuition, but also provides room and board and the cost for books. So this is a great opportunity. In terms of degree programs, both UAF and UAS offer a Bachelor's of Arts in Elementary Ed, but UAS is special in that it offers a Bachelor's in Special Ed. And additionally, you can minor in education, which is unique in that you can add on 2 additional credits and transition straight into the Masters of Art in Teaching, or MAT. And UAS is the only UA campus that offers MAT programs. Moving on to the University of Alaska Fairbanks, UAF is the big flagship campus of the UA system. So if you're looking for that traditional state school experience, Fairbanks is where you want to go. And as the larger campus, it does offer some specialized programs. In addition to that BA in elementary education, UAF offers unique programs such as the Bachelor's in Secondary Education, so middle school and above, the Bachelor's in Music Education, and starting this fall, UAF is offering a minor in Special Education and also a Local Knowledge Educator Certificate. This is a unique program for people who want to teach topics such as Alaska Native languages, arts, and culture. Seems very cool. And another thing to note is that UAF offers graduate level school counseling programs. So if you're looking to be a school counselor, this is the only one of its kind in its state. Next, although Fairbanks is in the name, UAF has its own South Central campus where you can take face-to-face classes in normal non-COVID times. So if you're based in Anchorage and don't want to move all the way to Fairbanks, this is another option for you. And on the flip side, if you're from a rural community, UAF offers rural student services. So RSS can help you choose a major, navigate financial aid, FAFSA, and also connect you with other students from rural communities around the state. However, no matter what campus you choose, both offer great support systems. So both offer pathways that allow you to receive a bachelor's in elementary ed. And additionally, there's a lot of field experience. So you have a year-long student teaching internship, but also you get classroom experience through your foundational courses as well. Both have a great mentorship program. So wherever you're teaching for your student teaching, mentors will actually travel over there, make sure you're getting the support that you need. And finally, and maybe most importantly, many of our programs are entirely done through distance. So if you'd rather remain in your home community, both UAS and UAF can allow you to achieve your degrees entirely online. One thing to notice that this doesn't apply to every degree. For example, the BA in Secondary Ed requires a second major. So for some of those courses, you'd have to do them in person. So just check out the website to see which courses have an in-person component. And yeah, just to stay on time, I'm going to wrap it up here. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or contact any of the people on this screen. If you have any college of education questions, you can ask me, David Song, or if you have any UAS specific questions, contact Danielle. Petus, we have our own contact person, David Russell Jensen, and Fairbanks has Colleen. And thank you. I'll pass it off to Dan.
Great, thank you very much, David. All right, just as a reminder to all of our students in the audience, feel free to drop your questions into the Q&A at any point in time to any of our presenters here. They'll be happy to address those during the presentation. Next up, we have the Cook Inlet Tribal Council, Alaska's People Department. Take it away. Brianne, you are on mute.
Brianne, I think you're on mute. You're on mute. Can't hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. I apologize. Thought I had everything covered, but I did not. So my name is Brianne Davis. I am the manager of Alaska's People Department here at Cook Inlet Tribal Council. I'm here with Megan Kell, one of our amazing recruiters. And I'm here to talk about our Alaska's People Department and services. So we're in Anchorage, Alaska. We primarily serve Alaska Native and American Indian individuals. We have a awesome career center in our NAD2 building, our main building at 3600 San Geronimo Drive. We have computers here with folks to help with job searching, resume, cover letter writing, coaching, copy and fax machines for different job search activities. We have a team of wonderful workforce development coordinators. They help people who are looking for career and goal development, planning, resume support, cover letters, interview coaching, practice, help with job search, resource referrals, job leads, you name it. And so you can either walk into our building and sign up for our services. You can email us here, alaskaspeople@citci.org. You can give us a call. We can serve people either on the phone, in person, or even through a virtual delivery method like this. We also do all of the recruitment for Cook Inlet Tribal Council. So if you're looking to join our CITC family, you can email recruiting@citci.org or give Megan or Charles, our other recruiter, a call. And we do pre-screening, they support interviewing, they support internal and external. So if you're looking to work here, this is a great place to start, and it is a wonderful place to work. We also offer some apprentice programs. Here you see a picture of someone working in our barista apprentice program, but we have a variety of apprentice tracks. This Coho Cup, our barista location, is completely fueled by apprentices. Our baristas, as well as our supervisor, are all in apprenticeships. It's really an amazing opportunity. And this is a track that we're really looking to grow over the next year. We also offer our intern partnership program. This is a paid internship for 12 weeks every summer for folks who are either in school or recent graduates of 2 or 4 year or vocational degree programs. These are specific placements based on your degree and interest and our partners in the community. So here you see 2 folks participating in, they have business degrees, and they really helped us take our Coho Cup and expand it over the summer. And it was really exciting for them to be part of a brand new business endeavor. So really unique opportunity. We also recently acquired Alaska Native Hire, which is an amazing online tool. So we have a robust job board. You can work on creating a resume here. There's a resume development tool. But most importantly, this is a talent bank. So you can come in here, put in your skills, your abilities, your experience, and the jobs will come find you. So employers are looking through this talent bank and contacting people who may be a good match for their jobs all the time. And like I said, there's a great job board here, so you can come here and look for jobs that are available. It's a really great tool. One more thing to mention while we still have a little bit of time is that we also have a really great social media platform, so you can follow Alaska's People on Facebook, and we post job leads every day. Sometimes many times a day. A lot of employers in the community will send us along their leads, and we will post them there. So it's a great place to follow. And I'll just open it up to Megan to see if there's anything else you want to add.
I just wanted to add, if you're interested in positions with CITC, we do also have a talent bank, and that's accessible on our website. So if you go and peruse our website and don't find quite what you're looking for in terms of a position to apply for, you can still submit your job detail, your resume information through our talent bank.
Yes, thank you, Megan. And we do have Alaska Native and American Indian preference, but everyone can come apply and join our CITC family. So open to everyone that's interested. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brianne and Megan. All right, next up, we have the Alaska Works Partnership Construction Education and Training. And then, again, just a quick reminder that you can feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A and to any of our presenters throughout the presentation. Joanna, take it away.
Hi, I'm sorry, is it working?
Yes, we can see the slide, and it's just not full screen yet.
Oh. Okay.
There we go. Great.
All right, thank you. All right, so I am with Alaska Works Partnership, and we offer free basic construction training for anybody in Alaska. We started in 1996. We're a nonprofit organization, and we give Alaskans access to jobs and careers in the construction industry, and we educate our students about apprenticeship, the good paying jobs that they have, and we teach the basic skills to better people's chances of becoming employed. And we are funded by the Alaska Department of Labor and Workforce, and we have 3 different programs that we have trainings through. Our construction academies that are co-ed, they're for anybody. Our women in the trades are for women only, and our helmets to hard hats are for military people and for spouses of active duty military people. We have trainings offered in Anchorage, Matsu, and Fairbanks. Our construction academies are co-ed, meaning both men and women are encouraged to apply. We both mostly train 18 and older, but we offer some trainings for high school, but you have to have parental permission. And the academies offer introductory hands-on classes and a variety of trades depending on the community. Our Women in the Trades program is for women only, and it provides kind of a cool environment for women that's less intimidating, that are curious about a career in construction. And most of the time our women go on to take our co-ed trainings afterwards. The requirements for that are you have to have paid into unemployment in the last 5 years, and that just means that you've had a job and paid in within the last 5 years, and you have to be 18. Our Helmets to Hard Hats is a program designed for active veteran and transitioning military members of the Alaska. And the Alaska Helmets to Hard Hats program is different from our academy programs and has different requirements. And if you were to apply to that, we would give you additional information. So our classes are short term. They're mostly 40-hour classes. They're held Monday through Friday. We just started adding some evening classes, so that's kind of a cool thing for people that can't take that time off work. And they're generally from 8 to 5, and we also offer welding classes during the evenings. COVID kind of changed that, so we don't currently have any welding on the schedule, but we're hoping to add some. And our longest class is 80 hours. They're introductory, so you don't need to have any experience at all. And they're free, so they don't cost you anything. They are competitive, so you do need to apply online, and we make our selections about 3 weeks before class starts. And you need to provide a photo ID, social security card, and birth certificate, or a birth certificate. So if you're interested, ideally you'd like to work with your hands, enjoy being outside and being physically active, be able to work outside during winter months, and you want to work to result in a product that you can take pride in, and you want a career with strong growth potential and an opportunity for pay equality, and be okay with seasonal work and budget appropriately, and be able to pass a drug test. And application requirements: you need to submit your application for our trainings online at alaskaworks.org. Then you submit your other documentations on that application, or you can email it to us or bring it in and we'll make you copies. And apprenticeship, it's a combined of on-the-job training and related to classroom instruction under the supervision of a journey level craft person or trade. And generally apprenticeships are about 4 years long. It depends on which trade you get into. But the benefits of an apprenticeship are you earn while you learn. So you're earning money while you're actually learning your craft. And as an apprentice, you receive your salary from the employer that hires you, and you don't have any student debt. You have job opportunities all over Alaska or wherever you might take your craft, and you have mentorship and hands-on training, and then you have skills to last yourself a lifetime. And the benefits of our program: we have trainings, teach construction-related skills that help students become more job ready, and upon completing a class with us, we will give you a certificate of completion, and then we'll give you some resources for job hunting and apprenticeship openings, and then we will help you with your resume and your application to that apprenticeship if you'd like, and then we offer some interview skills and application assistance. Because applying for a trade is a lot different from applying for a 9-to-5 job, so we can offer you some good feedback for that. And we work with a bunch of different partners throughout town. So we have some good networking opportunities. And we also teach health and safety courses, first aid, CPR. Those are offered to our previous participants, and those help you stand out more as an applicant. And what happens after our class? Once you complete one of our trainings, we will help you apply to an apprenticeship. And we, like I said earlier, offer you interview skills, and then we can give you more information about all the different apprenticeships. And I gotta wrap it up, but if you have any questions, you can reach me. I will put my information in the chat box.
All right, thank you very much. Next up, we have the University of Alaska Fairbanks Rural Alaska Honors Institute.
Thanks, Dan. Sorry it took me a minute to get my video on. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys really quick. My name is Brianna Pauling. I'm the program manager for the Rural Alaska Honors Institute, which is more commonly known as RAHI. RAHI is really a program that is aimed toward helping students succeed in college. So we're a program that starts when you're in high school. You can apply when you're a junior or a senior in high school, and it's completely free. So what is RAHI? RAHI is an action-packed 6 weeks of academics, recreation, volunteer opportunities. So you go to Fairbanks, we fly you into Fairbanks, you live in the dorm, you eat food at the dining hall, you take classes in our classrooms, get coffee at the coffee shop, you immerse yourself on our campus culture for those 6 weeks. While you're there, you'll be taking between 8 and 11 college credits that are transferable to most universities, not just those in Alaska and not specifically at UAF either. One of the benefits to doing a program like this is that it's all hands on deck. So you get academic support with your instructors. We have tutor counselors that help you after class, and you get help from your peers as well. You are also in a dorm with about usually around 40 or 50 other students from all over Alaska. So we really try to get students who are from rural Alaska that you can talk with and relate to, and form some really solid friendships that'll carry you through your college career. We also focus on volunteer opportunities. So during the weekends, when we're not going on some sort of trip to Denali to go rafting or a camp, we have volunteer opportunities like helping Calypso Farms, for instance, work on their land. So one of the main things that people come to RAHI for is the free college credits. It's a value of about $2,500, just the tuition alone that it saves you. And there's a few different tracks that we offer. So there are 3 dedicated tracks, and we have a 4th one that we're hoping to roll out this year that I'll talk a little bit more about. The first is RAHI Research. That is really for students who want to get their toes wet in research, just like the name tells you. You'll be taking a study skills class, a chemistry class, and you'll be really diving into biomedical research as well with the help of a hands-on mentor at UAF. We also offer RAHI Teach, so if you're interested in pursuing a teaching career, you can get a head start by attending this track. You'll take the writing and study skills courses as well as a class specifically geared toward teaching in Alaska, and you'll also be able to explore different Alaska Native languages to help make your curriculum culturally relevant. RAHI Health is our new one that we're hoping to roll out this year, which is really geared towards students who are interested in going into the health field, any health field, whether you're wanting to be a neuroscientist or a community health aide, maybe a dental assistant. The classes are specifically geared toward helping you explore your options in health careers. And then also you have the option of taking either human anatomy and physiology if you're more interested in human side of health, or the science side of health, or if you're into the social side of health, you could take a psychology class. And then if you just want to get your toes wet in college and you're not quite sure what you want to do yet, that's 100% okay and really, really common. So you're in good company. The RAHI traditional track, you'll be taking writing, study skills, and library science. And you'll also have the option of taking a course in either math, business, chemistry, process technology, or again, you could also take psychology. And in each of these tracks, you'll be able to take a recreation class. Typically, that recreation class is going to be either yoga or Alaska Native dance. So when you're not deep in education in your classes and studying, which is 90% of the game at Rawhigh, we like to have a little fun too. So if you're not going on a store run or doing something in town, you also have the opportunity to go on hikes. Like the Angel Rocks hike is our, that's a staple at Rawhigh. Everybody goes on the hike and has a great time. We also do whitewater rafting, and we go to Bingle Camp and do Fun Olympics, which is a really great way to bond with other people. And it's just lots of good laughs. So if you're interested, the people that we're looking for are students who are either from rural Alaska or are Alaska Native. You have to be a junior or senior to apply. So you'll attend Rawhigh the summer after your junior or senior year. We look for a 3.0 GPA, but if you don't quite have that, it's not an eliminator. You have a chance to tell us why you should be picked for Rawhigh regardless of your GPA. We're also looking for students who are interested in going to college, and we're looking for students who've shown some sort of leadership potential, whether that is you help chop wood for elders, or you serve on your student council, or play ball, whatever the case is. So the way that you will get in, there is a competitive application. The application actually opens on January 1st. I need to fix that slide. So the application opens January 1st and it's due March 1st. Through that process, you'll get 2 references, one from your high school principal or your counselor and one from a teacher. You'll write 3 essays, one being why we should pick you to go to Rawhigh, another that is geared toward you telling us why you want to go to a specific track or class. And then the other one is about a book that you recently read. We also look for a resume. These don't have to be crazy cool and fancy. We just want to see what you fill your spare time with. We also look for SAT or ACT scores. So we highly encourage you to take opportunities to get that done. Although if you don't have an SAT or ACT score, that again is not an eliminator. And we also ask for your high school transcripts. So when it comes down to it, these are the things that you get out of Rawhigh. You get college experience, free credits, friendships that'll last you a lifetime, mentor relationships with UAF mentors, your tutor counselors, your instructors, everybody who's involved with Rawhigh wants you to succeed and will help you in any way that they can. It's also a great resume booster. So if you're looking to get into a competitive college or looking to nail a job down, it's a great thing to put on your resume. And we also have scholarship opportunities for the University of Alaska, any Anchorage, Fairbanks, Southeast, or any of the campuses, and some that are UAF specific as well. So that's all I have. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If you email our main email address, that goes to me. And you can also check us out on Facebook or learn more on our website.
Great. Thank you, Brianna. Looks like there was one question in the Q&A while you were presenting. Does applying to Rawhigh early increase your chances of acceptance?
No, not really. We can see, we can see when people apply, but as long as you get all of your application materials in by the March 1st deadline, we will consider your application.
Perfect. I'd love to welcome all of our presenters back, and we've just got a couple of final minutes. If any of the students in the audience have any questions, feel free to ask them in the Q&A. All right. I'm not seeing anything else. So I want to thank all of our presenters for joining us today, as well as all of our students. Students, when you close this window, there'll be a very quick 4-question survey that will appear. Feel free to drop us some feedback, and we'd appreciate it. There's one more session happening this evening. Feel free to sign up at strivescan.com/Alaska. And you'll be able to find this recording and all of the other session recordings as well back on that same website in about a week. That will be available there. So I want to say thank you again to all of our panelists who have come to join us and for sharing all this wonderful information. We really appreciate it, as well as thank you to all of our students for joining us as well. So have a good day, everyone, and take care.